So you're not gonna believe this, but I did the Snake Rehearsal without using the glare ability. This challenge is part of the end game on Donkey Kong Bananza, so if you don't want any spoilers, feel free to click out of this video. But if you don't mind, and you've seen all the different Bananza transformations, we're just gonna be looking at the Snake transformation, and specifically the rehearsal challenge for when you get to the end game. You need to get 600 bananas to do this challenge. Alright, so let's first look at what we're wearing for this. I do have the Soggy Caravat level 3 on, which neutralizes lava essentially, and fiery rain. There's none in this Bananza challenge, but there is some lava that we can neutralize to our advantage, but I'll try it without neutralizing that just to see if it's possible. I've got Matcha Gradient Fur, I just think it looks pretty nice, and then the Diva dress on Pauline, and you know, girded breeches, because why not on Donkey Kong. So this is what we're wearing for this challenge. All right, and we are just gonna mosey on over to Mr. Snake and tell him that we want to rehearse. As you can see, I've already got all the bananas. I actually 100%ed this game. It took me about 9 days and 60 some odd hours. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, so Y is the glare ability, right? And we are just not going to use that. In fact, I will disable the Y button completely. So there you have it. We will not be able to use the glare ability even if we want to. And now, being a Mario Kaizo player, I just think challenges like this are kind of interesting. This first part I don't think is necessary at all with glare, but some of the other stuff can be pretty tricky without it. And I'll just kind of walk you through each part. But that's a pretty easy area. You literally just stand still and grab a chunk from the ground and jump up. I do like that the snake has a double jump ability and stuff. It's pretty cool. So anyway, we are going over here. And I am gonna bust through that. Okay, good. Come on. Oh, you know what? He ain't my thing. That's okay. But so far, no glare, not that big of a deal, honestly. For here, we just need like one little piece of ground to jump off of. And there you have it. I think that's the first scale, yeah. So, oh, you know what's funny? Without Y, I can't even punch. I can't punch forward. So, I don't know, maybe that wasn't the greatest idea to disable Y. Yeah, I'm having second thoughts. Maybe I'll turn that back on, but you know what? I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it disabled and I won't do forward punches either. So this part is one of the extra bananas. And as you can see, it's just kind of like a jumping challenge. Not that big of a deal. Yeah. No Banandium gem there. Did I crash the Banandium gem when I jumped up there? I think I probably did. But we will move on. I'm gonna visit all of the extra areas, like the side bananas still. And I'll show you why some of them I don't think are possible without the glare ability. But again, yeah, you can get through this whole thing and not use glare. Okay, I'm gonna need to turn Y back on though. That was a bad idea. I'm gonna have to grab these balls that these guys throw. Yeah. Am I gonna have to grab them? Wait, do I just use... Hold on, throw it at me. Throw it. I just use R to grab those, so that's not really necessary, I guess. I could still leave Y disabled. Might as well disable it. I thought I had to push Y to grab those. Don't mind me. Okay, so this is where things start to get a little trickier. because one, you can slow down time and it makes catching these a heck of a lot easier. But two, you're supposed to throw the chunk at the wall there, and then it'll slow time down and you catch up with it later. Whoops, didn't mean to throw that. But we can't do that, right? So we are going to use some platforming abilities. Go ahead. To bypass this. And you gotta be really careful because you can't jump into the ceiling at all. Okay. And then this is where it gets really, really tricky. This is an even bigger area now. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of do the same thing and use some very precise platforming. Whoops. So I gotta carry my chunk up with me. Dude, that jerk. Don't mind me if I get hurt a little bit. Alright, we're making progress. Again, just kind of following up the sides. So, and then if you go in here, it's like a secret little banana area, or you get a balloon or something. I think you get a balloon from that. But it doesn't really matter. You can do the big path or the littler path on the right. Okay. And then there's this challenge right over here. I don't think this is possible unless I use the glare ability. So, because you gotta pick up this ground here, and it'll kind of float you up to the top. But without glare, the lasers spin too fast to grab the ground without getting hurt. And then, of course, I don't know if I can climb that. Maybe? Hold on. Let me tinker around with this a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so essentially, you gotta have that pink thing, or the floaty ground. And look at just how much you take damage trying to do that. It's like a little jump rope, though. Kind of fun. It starts floating up so slow that, yeah, I don't think that's possible without slowing down the lasers. I really don't. And I can't really climb the side of the wall either, because that was another thought and or strategy. But now all my messing around has got me kind of hurt. I have 2 apple juices left, which is fine. I think we'll be okay. Moving on. So yeah, that one I'm almost positive you have to have glare for, but again, it's an extracurricular banana. It's not required to beat the challenge, and it's not that hard to get with glare either. So now we're on to the 3rd scale. Gotta punch and punch when the time is right. So I'm just gonna have to do up punches since my Y button is once again disabled. I'm gonna get it kind of over there. And this is another spot where if you use glare, you can really slow stuff down, which helps. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, so there's a balloon in there too. And again, I've got all the balloons, I've done all this stuff. Let's just reset, shall we? I had to check because I didn't remember. All right, and then here's the part with the lava. Now let's really try this without climbing the lava wall, because that's what that necktie is really helpful for. But maybe I can do it. Yeah, see, I think I can actually. Let's get there. We're not taking damage. That's the most important part with the necktie. But literally, you can just climb up the side of the lava with it if you want to. Come on, man. See how easy, though? You literally can just climb this wall. But I want to get it. I want to get this. I want to get it the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Because I really do feel like I can get through this part too. Okay. Yes, yes, we did it. We did it. We did not need to climb the lava. Totally doable. Alright, and then let's go over here. This is another one that I think is probably gonna be impossible. I didn't even visit this detour when I did my test run to see if doing the whole challenge was possible without glare. But yeah, this is some sensitive stuff. So I guess if I'm gonna make it work, because that sets off a chain reaction, I'm gonna have to not touch any of these bombs. And I just don't know how doable that is, because, like, look at them. Oh, good thing I have a lot of balloons. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this one's probably not doable in the slightest. I mean, maybe. Hold on. I think I need to go for walls to climb if I'm to try this. So like right there, that actually works. Wow, that one is doable without the glare ability. When I did that my first time playing this, that was a really, really hard challenge. I guess, yeah, just going for the wall worked, though. That's so cool. You learn something new every day. Okay, I can't forward punch. It's ridiculous. Okay, there we go. So now we are going on to the next scale. I believe this is the 4th scale. Yeah, this is the 4th scale. And so check this out. This is pretty crazy to do without being able to slow down time. First one, not as bad. And thankfully we do have our up punches, because we're going to need to up punch through some of this. Don't hurt me. There we go. But this part, look how crazy this is with the electricity and stuff. So initially I thought, hey, there's a pattern of 2 to the right, and maybe I can hit that pattern just right, like this, and then get over left. But as you can see, you don't really get enough height to do that. So check out how I did this one. You still wait for the double, but then it's all about crawling up the side, and you kind of avoid the electric spots and slide down a little bit, and then you can crawl up some more until you get to the top. All right, and then we're gonna go over here. I can't remember what this is either. Again, when I did my test run to just see if this was possible, I didn't explore the side activities too much. Yes, I have this ability that punches gold into the ground. These guys are tough. It's okay. If we get them all in one spot, I think we can maybe do it. Yeah, get wrecked, idiots. There we go. So that one really simple without glare, honestly, but kind of a fun little challenge. So we will break this banana and go over here. I suppose I'll heal for my 1 HP. Again, we have 2 apple juices. Those just fill our life if our hearts get down to 0. So we're moving on to the final challenge now. And this one I really thought would be impossible without glare, because you have to very quickly scale this wall before these dudes come down and like flatten out. And especially the very last one is hard to just do a, you know, double jump past. So how do you do it, right? You gotta be really quick with this. Alright. And then here, we're just gonna go up the side. And then around. So that's kind of the same strategy I'm gonna use for the very final one, because it just is too big. It falls down and spends too much time falling down, so there's no way. And don't mind me, I'm getting by. So here we are, we're moving on to the final challenge. Okay, so see this guy? I'm gonna demonstrate. You can't like double jump up this wall fast enough. It's huge, right? So when I was doing my test run, I thought, how am I gonna get past this without glare? Because you use the glare ability to slow him down. So he's triggered right there. And then he's not. And we're just gonna go up the side of him, kind of like we did earlier. When we go on the front, that's what triggers him, see? And, yeah, you have plenty of time if you just scale up the side of him after he's already been triggered. So there you have it. That is the entire Snake Bananza. Every single Banandium gem except for one, without ever using the glare ability.
Feel better?
Yeah. Oh, it's totally possible. You can do that one too. You can do literally this entire Bananza without ever touching the glare ability. Wow, okay. I had to go back and see if it was possible. And it is. It just takes a little timing and damage boosting. So yeah, now I feel content. I've done everything in the Snake Rehearsal without ever using glare. And I actually felt like glare was very OP in this game, so I went a lot of the game without using it anyway, and then I thought like, what a fun video this could be, you know? So here you have it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, comment, subscribe, that will help the channel a lot. I do mostly play Mario Maker and Mario Maker Kaizo, that sort of thing, but I branch out sometimes too, especially if I have something interesting to show, like for a game like this. So, you know, thank you very much for all the support. Anyone who supports my channel in any way, I just appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one.